Alright guys, me again. I'm back home now. Hey, that last video came out alright, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? The wind. I thought it might be like really windy, but it was alright. So, yeah. Oh, God, back home. I've got a nice breeze coming through now. It's boiling. Just one comment on that last video. Someone in the comment section said, Jim Ratcliffe just spit it out, FFS. First of all, Jim Ratcliffe's name was not mentioned anywhere in that email to me. And even if it was, I wouldn't say that, I wouldn't admit to that. But I can assure you it wasn't. I don't know if that sounds like I'm contradicting myself, but that name wasn't mentioned to me actually. Doesn't mean it was nothing to do with him, but that name was not mentioned to me. And the bit where it says spit it out FFS, I don't appreciate being spoken to like that. All right, so you just take that on board, please. Romeo Lavia, let's talk about him. I did mention him briefly towards the end of my other video. I did send an email out today about that. We spoke about him on here before. I think the last on that front on here was to do with, confirming an official, let me just reword that, confirming an inquiry, confirming an inquiry, which I honestly can't remember how long ago it was, guys. I think it was a while ago now, actually, because this summer seems to be moving pretty fast at the moment. But basically there were suggestions a few weeks back that Liverpool was sniffing around him. I was given information to suggest that that was true, that there had been an inquiry, and then that Liverpool had not followed up on that inquiry. So, that could mean a couple of things, couldn't it? One, all right, we don't like what we heard, so that's the end of it. Or two, okay, thanks for that, we've got the information we need, and maybe we'll see you later, which is what I think it was, and what it's actually starting to sound like now. So what I said to you towards the end of last week or over the weekend, I can't remember when it was, when we got this other deal over the line, I said next week, which is this week, I said, beware for, the journals, because now what they're going to write about now, they need something else to focus on. So this week I always thought was going to be quite interesting, like what we're going to be reading about this week. And Romeo Lavia's name has come at us, right, big time. And you have to say to yourself now, is that just idle speculation because they've got nothing else to talk about, so there's nothing happening for them to comment about Thuram at the moment, or I expect we'll see something about that soon. So is it just like the journalists making something up, well, they were interested in Lavia before, so let's mention that now, or is it genuine? Well, I actually think it's genuine. I do think it's genuine. And I explained, I tried to explain in my email update earlier today. If you want to sign up to that, it's free. The link's in the video description. And my opinion, following that initial inquiry by Liverpool, and nobody said this to me. I'm just basing this on just intuition and a hunch or whatever. Was I didn't think Liverpool had gone away from it. Right, like that was one of the possibilities. They inquire. We don't like the sound of it, we'll leave it, we'll look at someone else. And the reason why I had the opinion that I didn't think that they'd close the door on it was because of the reporting or the lack of reporting surrounding that player afterwards. So, I haven't seen him really linked heavily with anyone. I mean, every time I mention a player and, being linked with someone, everyone goes Newcastle, but that's because the journalists at the moment just linking Newcastle with everyone. We used to see it years ago with Chelsea when they first came into money, right? Man City, everyone, you just throw an obvious name into the equation and it's going to get clicks and stuff like that. But I watch and monitor a lot of reporting regarding the players that we're linked with. And like the Thuram one, for example, yes, linked with Newcastle, but is that interest genuine, let's play Newcastle and Liverpool off each other and shit like that. With Lavia, I haven't really seen anything like that. You know what I mean? So to me personally, purely opinion, no one said anything. I just thought, all right, it's starting to sound like, maybe he wants us a little bit because his agent doesn't appear to be out there putting pressure on Liverpool, all of a sudden another club wants him, and it doesn't seem like Southampton have been responsible for anything like that either. So to me, hunching, just guessing, I'm thinking, there's a possibility this might happen. So the current state of play, again, no one has said anything that I pay attention to, that I would consider friends or whatever. Nobody's come out and said anything since back with the initial approach, when that was confirmed to me, when someone said that is genuine, Duncan, there has been an inquiry. Nobody said anything since then. So we have to decide, is the current, situation, I have to decide, is the current stuff genuine? Well, I think it is. I think it is genuine. I think we have got interest in this lad. And I've seen a few comments from Liverpool fans saying, oh, I wouldn't want him. I don't understand that. I think this, he's a young lad. He'd be working with a great manager. He can only get better, in my opinion. This is exactly the kind of signing that I'd love to see us make. So the reason for the video is, do I think that the claims that are being made at the moment regarding Lavia are true? Yes, but then again, it depends on the claim. So I know that some people, have made claims that Liverpool have bid for him. I don't believe that at the present time. Do you know what I mean? I don't believe that at the present time. I forgot I've got some grub on in a pan just to the left. Gotta go. So yeah, I believe that our interest is genuine. But I believed that a few weeks ago. And I think Fabrizio Romano, Mo Salah, I think he's chimed in with it as well. And he's not going to come out with that if he doesn't think it's genuine. I haven't read exactly what he said, but obviously when he says things, people do message me and say, oh, have you seen what Fabrizio said? So it ties in. I believe it, guys. I do, honestly. So I don't know what your thoughts are about the lad. The Thuram one, I think, it sounds like we're trying to do business, which can only be a good thing, right? I'm sorry, but it is absolutely boiling here. So that's it, really. So in summary, this video is to say I think it's legit. I do think we made that approach a few weeks ago. Following that approach, it went quiet, but that didn't make me think Liverpool have backed off, purely because the reporting since then seemed like, maybe Liverpool, this might sound very simple, like, okay, we'll leave it with us and we'll, come back sort of thing. It feels like that. It doesn't feel like anyone's tried to put pressure on Liverpool, so it feels like the agent's been patiently waiting. Just opinion. All right, well, it's only opinion on here all the time anyway. So I don't know if you feel the same. I don't know what you think about the player. Let me know. That's it. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up. Please drop me a comment. Drop me a love out if you really love me. And that's about it. So I don't know if we'll speak again today. It's 4:45 here. I'm going to get some to eat. And we'll see what's what. I'll be updating the Cop Talk podcast in the morning. So if you want to get an email into me to be read out on that podcast, do it now, podcast@coptalk.com, or go to coptalkpodcast.com and click on the contact and send me your emails through, and I'll get them read out tomorrow. If you're watching this on Tuesday morning, I anticipate I'll be recording it at about 10 a.m. No, 10 a.m. UK time, all right? But that'll go out there tomorrow. So, listen, it's good to have some positive vibes at the moment. Listen, I'm not one of these people that's like, oh yeah, we've signed 2 players to FSG, are amazing and all that. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not stupid. I'm not naive. We'll see what happens at the end of the window, But I'm not going to, I don't want to be fucking miserable about it. Like, let's just see, and we'll evaluate at the end of the summer. It sounds like we are pursuing further additions, and that's what we all want to hear. It doesn't mean you have to change your opinion about the ownership. I won't change my opinion about the ownership. They could sign 2 more players and I wouldn't change my opinion, because they're doing what I think is what an elite football club should be doing in the first place. So I don't think anyone deserves any praise for that. But I don't want to turn it into a negative either. Do you know what I mean? So I tell you what, if they sign Lavia, I'll be absolutely delighted. Add another 1 or 2 after that. Fuck me, maybe we'll have a, maybe we'll start the season on a bit of positivity, which would be nice. All right, so let me know what you think. Please leave me a comment, and read the video description, because I've updated it. I want to make sure everyone's name's in the video description if you've supported me with the love art thing on here and that, or on the streams on a Saturday night. Please do. Keep on my case if I haven't added your name. Email me dunk@coptalk.com. And also in the video description is that link to the mailing list and social media accounts and shit like that. Right, I've got some grub cooking over there. So as you can see, I'm a growing man. I better crack on and take care of it. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what you think. Do you think this something might come of this one? I think we're still in. I think we're in for Lavia, and I think that we are still, considering Thuram. Whether we would get both or not, I don't know. You'll have to let me know. But it sounds positive, and that's all that matters to me at the moment. Because it just does my head in when we're always fucking ranting and raving. But I haven't changed my opinions about these owners. All right, guys, speak to you in a bit. All right.